Next, summer and a golden sun with a revolving corona of diamond rays. Then autumn reflected in fallen golden leaves, enhanced by diamonds and a circlet studded with 3 round sapphires and 3 round rubies. Last, winter with an ice skater circling a polished floor. There are 111 diamonds in all, weighing 2 carats, 0.9, and set in platinum on the 5 exquisite charms, all suspended from an extra heavy 14-carat gold spiral bracelet. This magnificent 1962 bracelet is yours for a happy new year, if you make the most accurate bid. Price authority, Johnston Jewels Limited, Waldorf Astoria, New York.
What lady wouldn't like to wear that one through 62, huh? It's going to be a 1-bid item. I will ask you all to think about a price and then come as close as you can without going over. Mr. Brown, sir, you're going to have to begin. I'll give you all a little thinking time. Then once I get your bid, it's going to be only 5-second intervals. It says here in the rules. Okay, Mr. Brown, as close as you can without going over. 1 bid only.
$725.
Mrs. Way may go over or under. 5 seconds.
$15.50, Bill.
725, 1550, Mr. Di Benedetto. 5 seconds.
2,500, Bill.
725, 1550, 2,500, Mrs. Frank. 5 seconds.
$25.50.
All right, that makes you high. Well, let's look at them. For the bids, 25, then a high of 25.50. Mr. Brown, who began as low at 725, and then we have 1550. And right in front of you is your unique bracelet by Johnston Jewels. And right in front of me is the envelope with the actual retail price. Actual retail price, $1,850. Mrs. Way, it is yours at $15.50. Congratulations. $18.50, and would you pass that along over there? Oh, you have a bonus. All right, now, take a good look at your bracelet, and you'll see that the first charm stands for the new year. See it there?
Yes.
1962. It also stands for the amount of money you can win, because the amount of money you can win for your bonus is $1,962. That is the amount you can win if you know your husband well enough. Now, before we went on the air, we asked the husbands and wives of each of our 4 contestants to tell us what their New Year's resolutions were going to be, or what they were. Now, right here on the board are 6 resolutions. 3 of them belong to your husband, and 3 of them belong to the husband of the other lady here. You understand that? Now, the resolutions are these. I resolve to eat my wife's food more often. Resolve not to argue over a bridge game. Resolve to try to get home from work on time. Resolve to be home more often. Oh, boy. Take my wife out more often and let her watch her favorite TV program. All right, now, Mrs. Way, in here are initials behind each one of them. On the 3 of them, the initial W, they would be your husband's, and on the other 3, the initial F, Mrs. Frank's husband. You understand?
Yes.
All right, now, if you get them all right, you win $1,962 if you pick your husband's 3. If you guess only 2, you get half that amount. If you guess only 1, you get 1/3. Now, which of these 3 would you say were resolved, as it were, by your husband? I'll keep track here, and don't anybody help now, because it... All right.
I'm going to get to know my husband pretty well.
You
I
are
know
after
that
this,
now.
I'll tell you.
I'll take number 2.
Number 2, won't argue over a bridge game. All right, what else?
I'd like to see him use that number 3.
Number 3, you'd... well, remember now, this is not a clinic. We're just playing a game. What other one would you like, please, ma'am? See how well you know your old man. 5 seconds.
So let's see.
Shooting for $1,962. All right, pick the other one.
I believe I'll take number 6.
Number 6. All right. I heard a solitary bit of applause up there, and I keep wondering if that wasn't perhaps her husband. Now, let's see how well you do. Now, if you are correct, the initial W will be on there. If incorrect, the initial F. Now, you're trying for 1962. You took number 2. I don't know. What do you think her chances are, Mrs. Frank?
Right.
You like it? You
Yes.
like a chance? Well, let's see. Here's 1. W. That's 1. All right. You got yourself 1/3 of the way home. Try to get home from work on time. I think this is a very pressing problem in their household.
I'm glad to hear
And the one she really wants him to try is W. You got 3 out of 3, $1,962 in cash from us to you. There'll be more to challenge your bidding skill in a moment. But first, a pause for a Newport filter cigarette.
Newport filter cigarettes. Newport menthol cigarettes.
Delightfully cool, clean, refreshing pleasure. The same kind of cool smoking pleasure you'll find in Newport filter cigarettes. Because only Newport has that special combination. The soothing coolness of menthol, a gentle hint of mint, and the taste of the finest tobaccos. No other cigarette is quite like it.
It's so refreshing while you're smoking Newport filter cigarettes.
Light up a Newport. Treat yourself to that wonderful combination that makes Newport more refreshing to begin with, more refreshing all the way.
Last bid. Watch the draperies as far over there to your left as you can see. And here's our final item going up for bids.
An ice cream truck. The fabulous Jolly Roger Mobile Soft Ice Cream Unit with its own amplified music box, colorful red candy stripe exterior, and large picture windows. Now, let's take a look inside this soft ice cream store on wheels, which is equipped to serve sundaes, banana splits, and milkshakes at a moment's notice. It has all stainless steel interior with storage cabinets, an 8-container stainless steel fountainette, a refrigerated storage unit, a double sink, a milkshake machine, cup dispensers, a mixed bucket, and a self-contained freezer producing 20 gallons of soft ice cream per hour. In addition, it's equipped with fluorescent lighting inside and out, a heavy-duty air conditioner, a 40-gallon water tank and waste tank. This extraordinary Jolly Roger soft ice cream store on wheels will be your new business if the price is right. Price Authority, Jolly Roger Dairy Products Incorporated, Johnsville, Pennsylvania. Bill, please.
It's a great way to go in business for yourself. We begin with number 4, Mrs. Way. We are asking for an opening bid of at least $4,000. You may open higher. You're bidding for the complete unit. As you see it, they're ready to go right out into business. You drive out of here and go into business in New York. Give me an opener, at least 4.
5,000, Bill.
All right. Minimum's 100, Patsy.
5,200.
Mrs. Frank.
5,400.
Mr. Brown.
6,000.
We're up to 6 and back to our starter.
7,000.
Even 7, Patsy. You're 52.
7,500, Bill.
75, Miss Frank is 54.
8,000.
8,000, Mr. Brown.
I'll make it 9,000.
Even 9 to Mrs. Way, who's 7.
What are the minimums, Bill?
$100.
9,200, Bill.
Mr. Benedetto, you're 75.
I'm going to freeze, Bill.
1 out, 3 in. Mrs.
What are the
Frank,
bids,
you were
Bill?
8. Top is 92.
I'm going to freeze.
Mr. Brown, you were 9. Top is 92. This is not the last round yet. You're still on your own here. It's wide open. Minimums are 100. 92 is top. You were 9.
I bid 93.
Mrs. Way,
10,000, Bill.
10,000. Back to Mr. Brown. Mr. Di Benedetto and Mrs. Frank are out. 10,000 is top, Mr. Brown.
10,100.
10-1, Mrs. Way. You're an even 10.
10,3, Bill.
10-3, Mr. Brown. You're 10-1.
10,4.
10-4, Mrs. Way.
10,5.
Mr. Brown.
10,6.
Mrs. Way.
I'm going to say 10,6.
No, he said 10-6.
Excuse me,
That's all right.
10,7.
10-7, Mr. Brown.
10,8.
We got a battle going here. Mrs. Way.
10,9.
And Mr. Brown is 10-8. Top is 10-9.
10-10.
10-10. Write that up there, Merrill, just like that. 10-10. That comes out 11. That's all right. And even 11,000. And back to Mrs. Way.
I believe I'll freeze.
It's all over. The bidding ends. So, well, here's what happened. Mr. DiBenedetto went out first at 75. Mrs. Frank was not far behind at 8. Then Mr. Brown and Mrs. Way fought it out. Mr. Brown won the battle as far as seeing who lasted at 11,000. Mrs. Way 100 under that at 10,009. Those are the bids. It's a pretty long range, too. Look at there, $3,400 range between low and high. Take a good look at your Jolly Roger ice cream truck. And remember, the person who wins could possibly, conceivably, what with certain licensing things, drive right out and go into business. Here's the actual retail price, and let's find out who's going to be in business. To whom do we give the business? The actual retail price, $12,990, Mr. Brown. Government employee, congratulations to you. Pass that along to him if you will. We'll have the final scores and the name of the big winner as soon as the tabulation is over. But first, if you want really fast relief of headache pain, you'll want Anacin. Here's the story.
What causes most of today's headaches? Doctors know it's tension. And of the 4 leading pain relievers, only Anacin has a special ingredient to relax tension. Today, 3 out of 4 doctors recommend the ingredients in Anacin for headache pain. Look, with tension headaches, pain mounts up. You feel dull, depressed. Tension puts nerves on edge. Aspirin, with its one pain reliever, has no special ingredient to relax tension. Add buffering, still nothing special for tension. Only Anacin, of the 4 leading headache remedies, has special ingredients to relieve pain fast, help overcome depression fast, relax tension fast.
I feel great. Headache's gone and my stomach isn't upset.
And no wonder. Anacin is like a doctor's prescription. That is, a combination of ingredients, a particular combination that brings fast relief without upsetting your stomach. Remember, aspirin, even with buffering, has no special ingredient for tension. Take Anacin for fast, incredibly fast relief.
Time for the final accounting. Let's go to Don Pardo for the scores.
All right, Bill. Mr. DiBenedetto has won the furniture, the pizza oven, and the kitchen for a total of $4,671. And Mrs. Frank, we're sorry you didn't win anything, but we have for you a beautiful 7-piece tea set and coffee service, an elegant silver plate from the collection of Michael C. Pina, 5th Avenue, New York. Congratulations. Mr. Brown has won the trailer and the ice cream truck for a total of $15,530. And Mrs. Way has won the bracelet and the $1,962 in cash for a total of $3,812. Name the champion, please, Bill.
With $15,530, government employee Leland Brown, Upper Darby, Pennsylvania. Congratulations, Leland. Thank you, Patsy, for coming back. Your total $12,294. Mrs. Frank, Mrs. Way, our thanks to you. Mr. Brown, will you please, sir, return next week? All right, we'll be looking for you. At home, please don't forget to mail your card to the Fur Sweepstakes. Send your entries to Fur Sweepstakes. The Price is Right, Post Office Box 224, New York 46, New York. For the name of the winner of the Fur Sweepstakes, join us again next week at the same time. We'll see you then, or for that matter, tomorrow morning on this station on the daytime Price is Right. Thank you, and Happy New Year.
The Price is Right has been brought to you by
Newport Filter Cigarettes.
Newport, with the coolness of menthol and a hint of mint. Newport refreshes while you smoke. The Price is Right is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. This is Don Pardo speaking.
This is Esther Ralston. Tomorrow afternoon, see the premiere of Our 5 Daughters, NBC's new dramatic daytime series. Don't miss the first episode of the Lee family and the exciting lives of Our 5 Daughters, premiering tomorrow afternoon here on NBC. Now, stay tuned for 87th Precinct, next on NBC.
Produced in association with the NBC Television Network.